We're up here in the mountains today. What you see down there is actually our town. And over to this side, came up here today to do a little target shooting, but we're also going to use it as an opportunity to test out some of our car emergency gear. So before we decide to start doing any kind of testing up here, I just wanted to give you a little look. There's the vehicle. This is where we got a big crater up here that we come in and shoot. And if I can zoom it in, way down there is the town. So we're about, I'd guess, maybe in the 5,000s, maybe 5,200 feet up. The town's elevation is, I think, 26. So we got this little gully that we're going to work in today, and what we're going to test today is a stove. This is a stove that I keep in the vehicle for emergency cooking. I'm going to put this back on the tripod. I'm going to try it out right on that piece of wood there. And I'm going to bring it over. There we go. That and that. And we are going to try and cook a Mountain House frozen breakfast out here. Now I've heard these don't do well at high altitude, and I don't really consider this crazy high altitude, but it's up there. So I'm going to put him together. This is a honeybee? Little Chinese made stove. I bought this quite a while ago, before I really knew what I was doing. But it actually works pretty well. I haven't had any real problems with it. So, just takes one of these gas canisters right here. Until it gets in there, it makes a lot of noise. And it doesn't look like this thing's going to work, so we're just going to put it right on the rocks. Get it good and centered there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up my canister with some water here. Actually, I brought a little cook kit. And we're going to start this up. And we're going to try and see how long it takes the water to boil. So I'll be right back once I get all this running. And we'll see you. Alright. So, I got it burning. I got flame. I'm sure you can't see it. But it is burning. And we got one of these. Now the Mountain House meal that I'm cooking today, this guy right here, takes 6 ounces. This is 8 ounces. This is a 16-ounce bottle. So we're just going to use half of it and go from there. I'm just going to pour it in here. A little bit more. Okay. And here we go. Put it on top of here. Cover it up. And I'll come back and let you know about how long it takes to boil. Shouldn't be too long. Got a nice fire going. It's not too windy. And we'll see how long that takes. So I'll be back when it's ready to boil. Alright, we got boiling. It's boiling. At least good enough for a Mountain House meal. I'm going to cover it back up for a few more minutes here. And just open this guy up. Trying to make sure I got everything in camera. Alright. This is just an eggs and bacon freeze-dried, pre-cooked meal. And something I always have in my range bag, believe it or not, I always bring an extra bit of silverware with me. I've got my range bag over here. Usually has a little bit of food, a little bit of first aid kits. A little bit of first aid, it's got an Esbit stove and some Esbit burners in it, just in case I get stuck wherever I'm shooting. Because as you can tell, you know, when you're shooting out in a place like this, you're really on your own. So I'm going to pull this up. Got a nice rolling boil there. Whatever elevation this is, I should turn on my GPS and get exact coordinates for you. But whatever elevation this is, it seems to work very well. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to dump this in here. Actually, I'll put this down and dump it using this. Dump it in. There we go. Now, it's nice and warm. Let's turn this guy off. Let him cool off. We're going to seal this up. The only thing I've noticed, this is one that I'm actually rotating out because it's kind of older. As they get older, their seals don't tend to seal as well when you open them. You know, the Ziploc portion doesn't seem to seal as well. So you got to be a little patient with it. So we're going to give that, let's see how long it says to give that. Oh, 5 to 6 minutes. We're going to give that 5 to 6 minutes. And while I'm doing that, I'll pack up the rest of the other stuff because I'm only out here for a little bit today. And we'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, I'm back. All right. Let's see what this looks like. So far, it looks good. Ah, see? I was stupid. I forgot to take that out. It didn't burst, so. I always forget to do silly things like that. But hey, you know what? That's a good reminder for those of you that use these. Always remember to take out the little silica gel packet. It didn't open, so I'm not worried about eating it, but still. So there you go. There's breakfast for today. Yep. And it doesn't taste like silica gel. Anyway, that's the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I got in a little target practice, and on top of it, tested out some gear. It's always important to test out your gear. I've used this before. I know it works, but you know, if you have something new and you haven't tested it yet, you may not know if it works or not. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we will talk to you guys in the next video.